Hi, welcome to DA. It's been a little while since we've been here. We've had quite a lot happen. Sorry we've been a little bit late with the videos, but we've all been overseas and different places and quite a lot's been happening, so we're trying to get back into it again now. Now, one of the last things we did late last year was the Tucson shootout. We went over for that, and we had quite a few Australians go over for the shootout this year. We had 3 attended it, and the best performed was this young man here, Aaron Gale, commonly known Bones. It's not hard to pick why, because there's not a lot of him as far as that goes. Aaron flew in unlimited and put in a sterling job. Aaron, welcome to DA. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. You went to Tucson this year. It was your first trip to Tucson. You went with your family, which was really good to see. How did you enjoy yourself there?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. When I got over there, just some of the people over there. When you go to America, the people are so nice, and the competition, it was great. Just a great atmosphere to be there.
Okay, you flew unlimited over there. How long have you been flying unlimited? You haven't been flying unlimited that long.
No, I've started flying unlimited in July 2010. So I think I worked it out about a year and a few months prior to Tucson. I'd been flying unlimited.
Well, that's pretty good. You hadn't put a lot of time in those ranks before you went there, so to compete well over there, you did well. With the guys in unlimited, did you find the guys over there, the competition, a little tougher than you'd met over here, or?
Oh yeah, the competition over there very, very tough. In a way, it's also similar. Both in Australia, there's a lot of top pilots. When I went over there, it was the guys over there very, very tough. They're very, very, very well.
The thing I find with them, they're all when you get to that level, they're all quite talented, and they've all. The thing I find for most Australian guys when they get there is their level of experience in large competitions far exceeds ours. Like I get no doubt Tucson was the biggest event you'd ever flown in. And how did you cope with that kind of pressure? Did you find that a little harder, or? I noticed your dad stayed away from you for the whole week, which was kind of cool. You could be on your own for a little bit. Yeah,
I felt that at the start of the event, I felt a lot of pressure. I was overwhelmed with pressure. As the days progressed on, I became a little bit more relaxed. I felt having my dad there, I just felt a little bit of pressure on me, but once I just started getting in the groove and just started staying with myself and with the other Aussies, I started to relax a little bit more and get into the groove.
Yeah, not that I think Dad holds you back too much. I think sometimes he can just add a little spice of pressure for you that makes it a little different. Now, you ended up 5th overall, qualified for the finals to fly on the Saturday on the weekend, which I thought was fantastic. Top effort. At one time there, you were equal second or equal first, just about. I think you'd won a known round and an unknown round, and you were in the hunt there. But one thing I think that let you down a little bit was probably a little bit of inconsistency in the knowns. Did you feel that you had some really good rounds, but some pretty mediocre ones? It was hard to string really good rounds together all the time.
Yeah, I did. At the start of it, I felt that I spent, because with the Tucson shootout, we're given 2 knowns, the known A and the known B sequence, and I felt that I did not have enough practice on the known B sequence. That's what I feel let me down. The known A sequence I was rather comfortable with. I think overall it was a good learning experience because you have to balance out what you actually practice.
Yeah.
So I felt that just if I just practiced my known B a little bit more, maybe the results could have been a little bit different. But in the end, I'm very happy with the way.
Well, you should be. You should be quite proud of what you did. 5th's an enormous effort, and when you have a quick look at it, between 3rd and 5th, there was only 90 points, which is not a real lot. But looking at the overall figures, you had too many there in the mid 800s. Where you really, to win the thing, you've got to be in the high 900s all the time, really, to win it. Matty Zuber sort of cleened it up by winning the 2 unknowns, and that sort of sealed it for him. But for you, winning a known and an unknown, I think the unknown really opened my eyes up. I was quite surprised that you won the unknown, because most of the guys over there fly really, really well. Not saying you don't, but to put in an effort to win the unknown, I thought was excellent. That was. It's not a practice thing, it's something you have to it kind of brings out what your talent's about. So well done on winning that. Now freestyle, you got 5th overall in that as well, so you kind of like this 5th thing. In the first round you got a 6th, second round you got an 8th, and then in your last round you pulled out a 3rd, which was pretty cool. So while everybody else was throwing it at the ground, you kept your composure a little bit. Did you change much through that for your freestyle? Did you find between rounds that you actually changed how you were going to approach it? Because I mean, from going 6/8 to a third was a pretty good effort. So in the last round, did you change anything at all?
Oh, in come the last round, my first two flights, being in such a large crowd and audience and in front of all these big name pilots, I felt that then was a lot of pressure on me, and at the start of it, I was like, well, I don't want to go doing anything stupid. I just want to keep the plane in one piece and survive it all the way through to the last round. Come the last round, I just thought, well, here I am. I may as well just push it my hardest and try my best. And I ended up, like I said, just in the first rounds, I was a little bit nervous. Come that last round, I just got rid of the nerves and just focused as hard as I could. And
yeah, that kind of event, I mean, I've seen it happen before where guys throw it at the ground and only end up getting 2 scores. And for me, you really need to get 3 scores. You need your worst round to be a throwaway round, not an actual crash, because then you might carry your worst rounds with you. But yeah, and sadly a few of them sort of got a little bit excited in the second round and cleaned up all over the joint. And David Mosley was doing really, really well. I think he got 4th overall, but his last round here, you really spread it all over the dirt. And you're pretty popular when you're crashing, but I think you do better if you keep your plane in one piece. So you did well there. Your routine, how long did it take you to put that together?
That routine, I had spent about 4 months preparing that routine. I felt that I was struggling a little bit on time. Choosing to do the freestyle was a last minute decision. Luckily for me, I had a friend of mine, Fletcher Moulton.
Yep. He
helped me out a lot with the freestyle. I put in a lot of effort to that, and my aim was to go over there and was just to portray not all about the fast low passes, rolling harriers and the hovers. I wanted to go over there and just try to bring in a little bit of my precision and everything. But I feel that for next year, years leading up to, I want to I'm going to be preparing a lot more early into the year.
Yeah, freestyle's a little difficult. We don't do a lot in Australia, so you're kind of out on your own. You don't know what it's like until you actually get there. And I've got to say, the freestyle event, once that fires up in Tucson, things change dramatically. Everyone gets really excited, and I'm often surprised about how experienced pilots turn to custard, and all of a sudden I'll do that one more spin and spread it all over the desert floor, and it's quite easy to get carried away with yourself. Did you find the atmosphere built up your expectations about what your capabilities were, or you just tried to suck it in and say, well, let's just keep it together?
Yeah, my first 2 rounds, I definitely felt that the whole thing build up, and that's why I was just trying to keep myself calm. And then the last round, I just thought, well, here I am, may as well just let it all out and just try to keep the plane in one piece.
Sunday's last round's the best time to do it.
Oh yeah.
If you spread it over the desert floor, well, it's not such a big deal then, but and the crowd will remember you for quite a long time.
Yep.
Now the fly-lay girls, she hung off you like a fly around a mess. Now, what's going on there?
Nothing's going on there.
Just like your aftershave, did you? Or?
No, we're just friends, that's all.
What was her name again?
Ashley.
Ashley, okay, that's nice of you to remember. Well, it's good you made a friend there, mate.
Yeah.
The other thing I noticed too, you picked up a couple of sponsorships while you were there, which is really cool. It was good to get over there and expose yourself a little bit, but it was good to see you talking to some of the other guys. Now you picked up a couple of sponsors. I think Smartfly was one of them, is it?
Yeah, Smartfly was one of them, yeah. Another one was Bill Hempel, and another one is also Airman Wheels.
Ah, cool.
So I'm at the moment I'm sorting out a few things, and my new planes for this season will be the Bill Hempel 40% Yak 55M and the 35% Yak 55M that I'll be using for freestyle.
Cool. What money are you going to put in those?
I'll be on the 3 metre. I'll be running a DA 170 on KS canisters.
Yep.
And for the 2.6, also a DA 120 on canisters. And I've also got the 50cc coming, and I'll be using the DA 60 also on a KS.
Is that the one you won when you were at Tucson?
Yes, I won that at Tucson.
So it's good to go. You spent a whole lot of money to win a $750 engine, so I'm sure Dad's really pleased you spent that.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty cool. So I noticed you're going back to Kansas time. You're moving away from tuned pipes. You had tuned pipes in your last IMAC plane. Yeah,
in my last IMAC plane, I was running in the Compath 260. I was running a 170 on tuned pipes. I felt for that plane was actually rather heavy. I believe the Compath 3 metre 260 usually come in around the 16 to 17.5 kilo mark. My 3 metre 260 actually ended up weighing 19.5 kilos. It was a lot of weight, and I felt that previous to the 170 on pipes, I had a 150 on pipes in it, and I felt that I did not have enough power compared to some of the other guys with 170 on cans.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought, well, I may as well just try the 170, and I put it in, and it's a lot of power for that size airframe on tuned pipes. But for that weight, I felt that it was necessary, and it ended up working out rather well.
How'd you go with the altitude in Tucson? Did you notice much difference? Make any changes to your plane?
Yeah, over in Tucson, I felt that the plane falls out of the air a lot quicker. Obviously, it's a lot thinner. The only changes that I made personally, I increased my aileron roll rate for vertical snaps. Other than that, I didn't really make all too many changes.
So you also picked up an invitation to go to Clover Creek later this year.
Yep.
Which it looks like you're going to take up.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking up the offer that Joe Cutright gave me. I feel very privileged to get the invite to go there and represent Australia. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And
I don't think there's been any Aussies fly there. I think there's been a couple invited, but no one's attended. It's a bit of a hard event to get to. There's a little bit more work for you, but it should be a good event. Yeah, you should be looking forward to that. You're going to do Tucson later this year, the shootout?
I'm really hoping that I am able to get to Tucson. It'll just vary on a few things that I've got happening at the moment. But if I can, I will be making my way to Tucson as well.
Cool. Well, it'd be good to see what you do next year. I'll hope you'll do better in Tucson again. I mean, the 250 you put in was a sterling effort. I was pretty impressed the way you flew there, and I hope to see you fly there later this year. Aaron, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Richard.